Hey parents, have you ever felt like your child melts down the second you say, time to turn off the TV or the tablet or phone? Like you're negotiating with a hostage, but all the meltdown triggers are screen related? Well, you're not alone. And I want to tell you a story about one evening that may sound a little too familiar to you. So last week I was with 7-year-old Anna, and she had been on her tablet all afternoon, drawing apps, videos, games, you know the drill. And at dinner time, she was asked to log off and wash her hands. Immediately she wails, 5 more minutes, followed by tears, hitting the table, stomping her feet. Her mom tried raising her voice, turn it off now! And then she promised more screen time later, threatened to take it away if she didn't listen. But nothing was working. Nothing de-escalated her. Her mom ended up yelling, feeling guilty, and then Anna went to bed stressed and mom went to bed frazzled, asking herself, why do screens always keep turning into emotional explosions in our house? If this sounds familiar to you, I get it. And today I want to show you why screen time often triggers these meltdowns and what the research says so you don't feel like you're the bad parent, because you absolutely are not. And most importantly, what to do differently so you end meltdowns with connection instead of chaos. Okay, so here's the truth. Excessive screen time isn't just normal kid behavior. It has real effects on emotional regulation, behavior, and sleep. Studies have shown that high amounts of screens are linked to more emotional and behavioral problems, more conduct issues, peer-related difficulties, and a total of difficulties in children and adolescents. Research also shows that increased screen time often leads to poor sleep, which in and of itself fuels irritability, meltdowns, attention issues, and behavioral struggles. And for younger children, when their brains are growing so fast, too much passive screen exposure can inhibit the brain's development of social communication and emotional regulation skills. So screens aren't just free babysitters for a few minutes. For many kids, especially toddlers through preteens, they are trigger points that compound stress, sleep issues, and emotional volatility. The American Academy of Pediatrics, the AAP, recommends limiting media use based on age. You can find these guidelines on my family screen time plan, which is linked below. So click below and get it quick. And these aren't fuzzy rules. They exist because screens, when unchecked, hijack sleep, emotional regulation, social skills, and behavior. So if you're stuck in the cycle of yelling, bribes, threats, and guilt around screens, know this. It's not because your kid is bad, and it's not because you're a bad parent. It's because screens have been created and they're mismatched between your child's nervous system, which is craving stimulation, novelty, easy dopamine hits, and what's real life demands that are going on of routines, boundaries, and transition. What triggers meltdown? A sudden stop in stimulation, that rush of withdrawal, real or perceived, unmet emotional needs, lack of natural wind down time, overstimulation to the nervous system. And if bedtime or homework follow a big block of screen time, that's a recipe for emotional overload and defiance. Okay, so here are 5 practical steps you can take now, not just try to take screens away. That's not realistic. Create a family media plan together. Sit down with your kids, if they're 4 years or older usually, and talk about when screens are allowed and when they're not. Make it a collaborative process. And you can find a detailed plan in the link below. Use buffer times. Use a time of calm after screens, so there's no abrupt transitions. After the screens, the kids get a reset. Water, snack, outside time, quiet activity. Also, implement screen-free zones and wind down hours. Bedrooms should be tech-free, and at least 1 hour before bed should also be tech-free. This protects sleep and emotional regulation. Offer engaging alternatives. Plan small, easy wins like 15-minute board games, outside play, drawing, reading. Things that meet the child's need for movement, creativity, and connection. Co-view or co-play, especially for younger kids. Then talk about it. Make screen time interactive, not passive. Use it as a moment to connect, not to escape. Here are some scripts you can use when it's time to turn off screens. Use a calm but firm voice. Give warnings when it's going off. You have 5 more minutes. Okay, 1 more minute, then screens are off. Give a visual timer for them to track when the time is coming to an end. When it's time to get off, say things like, I know that game was fun. Your body was full of excitement, but now it's time to switch. Let's turn it off together and go grab a snack or go outside. Or screens off now. First, we'll pause, stretch, and take a break. Then we'll pick up a new activity together. Try to avoid bribes. If you do X, you'll get 10 more minutes of screen time. That ends up turning screens into a bargaining chip. Instead, treat screen time like any other activity. Clear start, clear stop, gentle guidance. I know this feels hard. Limiting screens in a world of smartphones, tablets, and games, it feels like swimming upstream. But the good news is small shifts can create big change. 1 extra hour of sleep, 1 screen-free bedtime hour, 1 buffer between screens and bedtime. These add up for calmer moods, more cooperation, fewer meltdowns. So if you're ready to make screen time calmer and meltdown free, grab my family screen time plan and get your evenings back. A simple, customizable plan instantly cuts down on screen time battles. Clear guidelines by age so you're not guessing what's too much. A step-by-step system for screen limits, screen-free zones, and how kids can earn time without power struggles. A built-in family agreement so everyone feels included and expectations stay consistent. You're doing a hard job and you're not alone. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe and comment below. What's the hardest part of screens in your home? I read every comment.